Okay guys, before we start the video, just quickly, First Man is so much more than just a YouTube channel. We've got digital products, we've got physical products. The digital products include courses, books, ebooks, etc. And the physical products is everything from supplements to clothing to grooming products to the paperback physical copy of our book. So the two links will be below. Go and check them out, guys. And now back to the video you came here to watch. Okay, guys, welcome back. In this video, before I came on, I was on Instagram and I saw Harbinator. Sorry, guys, I still got the blocked ears. That's going to keep happening because I record all videos in one day. I saw Harbs uploaded. Actually, to be fair, it might have been on Hamza's channel. I think it's Cult Leader Hamza. I think you guys should go and check it out, right? Because Hamza and Harbs are sparring each other, right? And there's a moment where Harbs goes in and gets caught on the counter, and he gets hit, and you can see he gets that moment, Stickle Twist. I told you guys about it before. It's one of the most beautiful moments in a man's life. You get punched in the face and you see like what somebody's made of. And there's that little 50-50 moment of, do I give up, run away? This fucking hurts. I don't like this. Do I quit? And that's why I'm smiling, because I love it. I think it's great. It's defining. And the reason I want to make this video is because I want you guys to know something. Because when you're young, you have an ego. Okay, I don't want to lose a fight. It's not a good way to live because you're scared of rejection, you're scared of losing, you're scared of anything going wrong and getting that public humiliation. There's a mentality I want you guys to deploy in 2023, and it's a mentality I've got, and it's a mentality that Harbs has now got, Hamza's got, you know, all these guys that are doing well have got, which is it doesn't matter if you win or lose, as long as you beat yourself, okay? I'll say it again. It doesn't matter if you win or lose as long as you beat yourself. And I'll give you an example. And this is why I was talking about Harbs' moment. And he won't mind me saying this because he'll agree. He's not the best boxer, right? He'll agree with that. He's a good friend of mine. He'll agree with that. He doesn't claim to be. And here's the thing. It doesn't mean anything, right? I'm naturally a good boxer. I'm naturally good at fighting. I can't take any credit for it. My dad had good genetics and he taught me how to box when I was 3-4 years old. We were always lifting weights, punching the punch bag. You know, it's completely because of him, right? So it's just muscle memory and stuff like that, and, you know, muscle usage at a young age. Like, it's literally got nothing to do. I can't take any credit for it. So it's just whatever you're exposed to at a certain age. That doesn't matter. That literally doesn't matter. You know, I could get in the ring with Deontay Wilder and he'd probably murder me. Right, it'd probably crush my face to pieces. That doesn't matter. Well, it does because I could die. But like, the point I'm making is let's go back to Harbs because that's where I wanted to start. He's not the best fighter. He knows that. He knows Hamza's going to light him up. He knows that, you know, he's probably going to take some punishment in there. But he's fucking in there. He's in there and he's getting hit. And then he does get hit and he has that moment. And this is all that matters. This is all that matters in your life, guys. Moving forward in 2023, this is all that matters. How you respond to a setback. How you respond to getting hit in the face. Okay? Hamza versus Harbs, who's going to win? Hamza's going to win in the fight. Okay? Sorry, Harbs. Love you to pieces. Hamza's going to win. Okay? That shouldn't matter. Literally means nothing. I would not value a man on whether he won a fight or not. I would value him on whether he tried to fight. You know, he got hit by a better opponent, took that punch, debated, thought about it, and then got through it. Because if I was there, I would have been shouting. I'd have been like, this is the Stickle Twist moment. You know, that pain is just... It hits you and everything in your brain goes, don't like this. I want to run away. Let's go back to those game consoles that we used to play on Harbs. Let's go back to being a gamer. I don't like getting hit in the face. This is tough. This is challenging. It's those bridges that you've got to get across. It's those breakthrough moments that turn you into a man. And Harbs is looking fucking fantastic. The picture I saw of him at the mosque, I think, buddy, you look brilliant. I think you look fucking great. Your whole face shape's changed. Your body's changed. I think... You're just carrying a new aura of a man. You just look like somebody who's just sorted his shit out. And I congratulate you on that, because that's fucking fantastic. That comes from those little moments, getting punched in the face. Remember, I used to say to you guys, and I said this on Mark Tilby's podcast, I've been punched in the face and it hurt. And I've gone, yeah, fuck this. I'm getting stuck in. I'm flying in. I'm going to go and punch the guy in front of me. I'm like, let's go. I'm not afraid to lose. Yeah, I felt your power. I'm not that impressed. It stung a little bit, but let's go. I've had those moments in my life. I've had to bury my dad and woken up that day and gone, I have to do a speech today. What am I going to do today? I'm going to sit there and cry. No, I'm going to lift weights in the morning. I'm going to show up on the day. I'm going to look after everybody. I'm going to nail the speech. I'm going to take care of everybody afterwards. I'm going to make sure I stand there, proud of my dad's life and not crumbling and crying. So I've had these moments where I know I'm legit. And that just comes from here. Like, if everybody in the world was tougher than me, everybody in the world was a better boxer than me, but I knew I was the type of guy who never gave up, I'd be proud of myself. And that, in that moment, Harbs passed the test. And that's what I want you guys to do. It's not the handsome guy that goes over and gets a girl's number that I'm too impressed by. It's the guy who doesn't look that good, who actually went over and tried, got rejected and went, fair enough. And then tried again the next day. Like that, I'm impressed by that guy. Okay, not tried again straight away, because it's like, you could be drunk, it could be a different scenario. It's go back home, think about that, mull on it for a little while. In front of the boys, I'll just try again, it's easy. But it's going home on your own, in bed, at night, no one to fuck, no one to cuddle. And you're like, I'm just going to go and try again tomorrow. Like that's who I'm impressed by. The guy who loses everything in business and then says, I just still want it. I've got a new idea. I'm going to go back to the drawing board and try again. Like that's impressive. There's a superstar entrepreneur out there who got it right first time, made millions at 25 years old. Congratulations. That should be praised at the same level, because greatness is greatness. But let's see that guy when he's tested. And that's what I want you guys to deploy this year. It's not about winning or losing. It's about beating yourself. Okay? You get punched in the face, what are you going to do? It stings, it hurts. I want to get out of here. I don't like this. Oh, this is horrible. This masculine shit's scary. That guy's bigger than me. He hits harder than me. Okay. Well, what are you going to do about it? Because in every walk of life, in everything that you do, no matter how big and tough you get, there's always going to be somebody or something that can tear you down. There's always going to be something. Tyson Fury, heavyweight champ of the world, one of the toughest men in existence. Depression had him on his knees. He was ready to commit suicide. Right? So you just don't know what it's going to be. Everybody's different. There's always something that could get you. But like I said, it's not about the winning or the losing, guys. It's about beating yourself. And that's huge. Okay, did you get the girl's number? Yeah, no, I don't care. It doesn't matter. It just matters if you went back to the drawing board the following day and you kept going. Or you didn't, you got the girl's number. Great. What did you do the next day? Oh, because I'm the man and, things are going well, I just fucking watch movies all day. That's weak. Like, you've won, but then you've lost to yourself. See, it goes both ways. You've lost to the mindset. You've gone, things are going well, I'm going to get lazy. Right? And I've got so much admiration for Floyd Mayweather. This is a guy that had millions, hundreds of millions. Best boxer of all time, in my opinion. I think, Sugar Ray Robinson is probably... And Mike Tyson without, in his prime without drugs and drinking women and whatever, probably could have topped that. But in terms of, the two best, you probably look at Sugar Ray Robinson and you look at Floyd Mayweather. But Sugar Ray Robinson lost to some shit guys. I don't see Floyd Mayweather doing that. But it's up for debate. And you look at Floyd. He probably could have beaten some of these top guys without training. He was that good. He continued to not drink alcohol. Continued to train like 8 hours a day. He used to run home from a club because he always thought, well, I'm not getting my training done here. Sorry, guys, my throat is still ruined. I might only do 2 videos today. I was going to do like 10. And I've got so much admiration for that guy because he was on top. He could have sacked it off. He could have just, fucked everything up. And he somehow stayed on top. Now that's somebody who, won and then beat himself too, beat his own mindset. Because it's very easy to go and earn like, let's say you go and earn $1 million in a year, and you get lazy. You go, fuck this. I'm just going to give up. Well, that's a weak individual. You just lost yourself. And that's why I bring it back to Harbs in that moment. It was, if you haven't watched it, it's beautiful. I fucking love it. Sorry, Harbs, to be talking about you getting punched in the face being beautiful. But it is, I've been in that moment where you get hit. The best thing about getting punched in the face too is it's like the most primitive version of Stickle Twist. I could talk to you about Stickle Twist in 100 different ways. But just taking a big right hand, boom, right on the chin. And just getting that shock value where you go, oh, I don't like this. I don't want to be here. That hurt. I'm feeling fear. I'm scared for my life here. This is dangerous. I could get hurt. And then conquering that and going, but I got to get through it. I got to stay in the pocket. That will mature you more than 4 years in university. That will make you grow up 10 years overnight. Getting punched in the face, taking it on the chin, keep moving forwards. And then shaking hands with that guy afterwards, and remaining friends and just talking like it's normal. These are the defining moments. And you see Harbs and Hamza taking a photo afterwards and his nose is bleeding or his mouth's bleeding, whatever. They're still best friends. That's beautiful. That's what masculinity is. That is what will make you improve. And that is why Harbs is making massive strides by way of improvement. He's like a different human being at the moment. His confidence levels are up 10 times what they were when he first started. You got to give Hamza so much credit for that. The influence, that's unbelievable. But I just think it's wonderful to just watch a man do that. Watch a man go from somebody who, would have shied away from something like that in the past, who clearly doesn't have the best skill set in boxing. I don't know why I'm finding that so funny. But is still willing to get in there, and it probably knows he's going to take a beating. Do you know how big your balls have got to be to know you're a bit shit, and you're probably going to get hit, but you're going to get in there anyway, with an opponent that's better than you and bigger than you and hits harder than you. That's scary, right? That's scary, and to still get in there and be like, but I got to do this for myself and my own progression. And that's what I want you guys to do. Stop fucking worrying about the consequences. Stop worrying about the wins and the losses. Yeah, but how many girls did you sleep with this year? How many fights have you won? I couldn't care less. I couldn't care less if every woman in the world rejected me and I'd lost every fight I'd ever been in, as long as I gave everything each time. And I went back to the drawing boards and I continued to improve. And I went, okay, let's find something else. Let's find something new. Those are the people that I celebrate. Those are the people that I celebrate. It's very similar to the Bruce Lee quote about, the guy who does 1,000 kicks in a day or 1 kick a day for 1,000 days or something like that. Yeah, it's very similar to that. But it is the ultimate Stickle Twist moment. It's the ultimate. And it's just beautiful. Just getting hit in the face. And if you haven't had it before, guys, you won't know what it's like. You just get that moment in your brain where you just go, what do I want to do? I want to run. I want to cower. This fucking hurts. It stings. I could die. You start, the more intelligent you are as well, the worse it is. Because you can, stupid people are just like, fuck it. You hit me, I hit you. It's very animalistic in nature. You think of somebody like Nate Diaz. Fuck you, motherfucker. You punch me, I punch you. I'll slap you. Like, it's different, right? But if you're an intelligent individual, you will get hit and you'll go through all the scenarios. But what if this happens? What if I lose my teeth? That's going to be terrible for my career. I'm going to lose my job. I work in finance. I can't afford to walk in with a black eye and a bloody nose. It's like all this shit will go through your head. And it's just nice to go, oh yeah, fuck it. Let's just lock in. Let's bunker down. Let's put that guard back up. Let's start moving forward. I'm not very good at this, but fuck it. I'm going to start throwing some of mine back. You could get lit up again. You could get knocked down, knocked out. The fact you went, I'm going to continue moving forward and continue sticking to the game plan means everything. And I hope you guys can see what I mean by this in a life sense. I hope you guys can transfer that mindset into everything that you do. That quote means everything today. Near the start of 2023, especially for me, it's my first fucking day out the gates because I've been ill. But that means everything this year for you guys and moving forward in your own lives. Don't worry about winning. Don't worry about getting the result. Don't worry about the loss. Oh, what's everyone going to think of me? What's everyone going to say? Oh, it's embarrassing. Don't worry about the wins, the losses, the results, whatever. None of that matters. What matters is the fact you tried it. What matters is the fact that you showed up again and again and again. What matters is you got punched in the face, you took it, you evaluated, and you fought through that and made a conscious decision to continue moving forward. Because the reason I say this is because that shit will get you the results long term. You know, you get a guy with the best genetics in the world, real handsome motherfucker, getting all the girls naturally without putting any work in. I guarantee by 30, 35, that guy's in the mud. Okay, he might still be tall. Fair enough. Might have a decent missus, whatever. His life won't be going anywhere. Okay, but the guy who's got Harbs' new mindset, the guy who's got my mindset, that is the guy who'll be sitting at the top of the pyramid when it matters. And that's what's key. You don't want to be that 22-year-old superstar that by 35 is all washed up. Like, if I said to you guys right now, you could have the perfect life at 21 or 35. Now, some of you, granted, might be in school and you're like, 21, I'll take it. But anybody who's 25 years old will tell you, do you know what? I'm 25, I'm broke, I hate my job, my life sucks. Fuck 21, that actually meant nothing. If somebody can make me a millionaire at 35, which is yourself, but if somebody can make me a millionaire at 35 and I can have the perfect life with the perfect missus, girlfriend, wife, whatever you're into, well, you're fucking taking that, aren't you? Because that shit lasts longer. You know, you could, like, you finally get there, let's say 35, till you're 60, you've got the perfect life. It's like 25 years traveling the world, having everything you ever wanted, you know, never having to worry about money again. Like, those are the people that I admire. Those are the people that you want to be. You know, you want to be that guy who, you know, is somewhat an advantage to not have all these strengths, because then you know it's real. It's like I've been blessed with speed and knockout power. All I have to do is just tickle somebody's chin and they go to sleep. It's almost a negative because, you know, if I'm in a fight, I'm just like, I don't really have to train for this. I don't really have to put much effort in. I could go into second gear. As long as I land this thing on that guy's chin, he's going to sleep. And it's like, that can be a negative because then you'll probably be a little bit lazier. Because you're like, he's half my size. It's not good. Do you know what I mean? And I still win the fight, which then makes it even worse. Because it's like you didn't even put the work in and you got the results. And this is what a lot of these genetically blessed guys are getting. Oh, I'm 6'4", handsome, got a naturally amazing jawline because my family always served us steak and tough bread or whatever. So it's got nothing to do with you, you know. My dad used to be a professional rower and now I'm absolutely fucking shredded and jacked and I get all the girls and they love me and my family are wealthy. So, you know, his life's always going to be okay. But I'm just saying he's probably not going to achieve anything himself because he's able to get results without doing anything. And that is, at school at 21, whatever, like that's heaven. That's fucking amazing. 30, you know, maybe 28 onwards, you'll start seeing the cracks revealed. That guy, hey, all the handsome guys I went to school with, they all look like shit now. Just saying. Like, I'll be completely honest, they don't look like I do. They don't look as good as me. They're not in as good shape as me. They don't look as good as me. They don't sleep with the level of women that I sleep with. They don't earn the money that I earn. They don't have the shit that I have. They don't have the goals and the ambitions that I have moving forward. Well, guess what? You know, when I got to, and I want to say year 11, you UK people will understand that. Year 10, year 11. But for you Americans and whatnot, maybe like 15 years old, my life started to do that. I started to look worse. Everything started to collapse on me. And probably from like 15 up to maybe like 19. And then I remember at 19, things started to go well again. I just naturally started to look good again. I don't know why. I don't know how. Spots faded away. Skin got better. Everything started to go well again. I got lazy. I became arrogant. I got lazy. Stopped working on myself. By 25, I looked like shit. You guys have seen the pictures of me in that grey hoodie with no hair and whatever. I look like shit. Today I sit here at 30 years old. Never going to go back to that old mindset. But I sit here today at 30 years old with everything I ever wanted. Now, I make giant improvements in my life when things go wrong. Okay? Things seem to go well when I have things to fix. So never be too disheartened, guys, by, you know, I don't have that one thing in my life. Oh, I wish I was taller. Oh, I wish I was naturally good at this. Don't worry too much about that shit. Worry about the mindset that you deploy to everything. Okay? Let's say you go boxing, and because boxing is such a core element of it. It's so pure. Let's say you turn up and you get lit up. You take a bunch of punches. It's not fun. You're doing a bunch of pad work and you're kind of shit, and you're a little bit disheartened about how bad you are. You keep showing up, and you keep showing up, and you keep showing up, and 6 months later, it all comes together and something clicks, and you go, "Hey, I'm not actually that bad at this anymore." You look at somebody like KSI. I proclaimed on Mark Tilbury's podcast, KSI is the worst boxer I've seen out of all the YouTubers. I saw footage of him the other day, and I saw his knockout, but I saw him training. He's pretty good now. He's pretty good. And that's because he's been doing it non-stop for 5 years. Do I think he's got massive weaknesses still? Yeah, of course. Like, he's not going to win a world championship. But, somebody like Jake Paul with decent fundamentals and power puts him to sleep quite quickly. But look at the drastic changes he's made. The fact he's got in there, the fact he's shown up every day. That I don't care about his level of ability. I care about the fact that he's got in there with Logan Paul, a man who's far bigger than him, far stronger than him, far more athletically blessed than him. And he actually won, right? But even if he lost, I would have been like, fuck, I've got so much respect for this guy. He actually went in there. He actually thought he had a chance. You can't be angry at somebody who is physically inferior and has a go. That's fucking impressive, right? And I'm telling you guys, in 2023, that is the mindset. Moving forward every year. But from 2023 onwards, that is the mindset you need. Oh, I got rejected. Oh, it went really well. Forget the results. Forget the results. Don't worry about the wins and losses. Don't worry about that work that didn't. Just worry about the core fundamentals. Am I a guy who shows up? Am I a guy who shows up on time? Am I a guy who does the right things even when I don't want to every single day? Am I the type of guy who, has a bad day and goes and fucking has 10 pints down the pub and cries and lets all his sorrows out and becomes really destructive? Or am I the type of guy when things go wrong, goes, hey, it's just part of life. It's part of the plan, Get back to the drawing board. They can't all be good days, everything can't go right. The reason I explain that to you is because once you deploy that mindset, once you get to that level of mentality, you're a grown man. Okay, you're a real man, number one, but you're a grown man once you have that mentality. Harbs is now at that level. He's a grown man. Okay, he's willing to lose. He's willing to lose, but then keep moving forward. And he's not worried about the results. He's not worried about the consequences. He's not worried about people laughing at him or, I'm sure it happens with me. Like, I'm a good boxer, but I've never been professional. I am being trained now by a coach, but 2 years ago or so when I posted my boxing content, people were like, oh, not bad, but what you need to do is put your hand up. Fair enough, whatever. But there's always people who are like, clown, sucks. I reckon I'd knock you out in 2 seconds. It doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter. And I'm good. And it's like, people will still talk shit. So, at the end of the day, who gives a fuck? Like, people will comment on my best photo on Instagram where I think I look my best. And they'll be like, guy's fucking ugly, man. Just a Andrew Tate wannabe and all this stuff. And it's like, it's just going to happen. You can't worry about the results. You can't worry about, the consequences and all that shit. Don't worry about the wins. Don't worry about the losses. Just worry about beating yourself. And if you continue to beat yourself day after day, well, then you fucking win because you're a better version of yourself all the time. And each of us have different targets, different limits. My version of beating myself, it sounds like I'm masturbating, but my version of beating myself might not be as high level as Jeff Bezos. Okay, well, he becomes the richest man of all time. And I end up making, well, I think it might be Elon Musk now, isn't it? But I end up making, I don't know, let's say 50 million. Still a fucking amazing life. I still know I'm legit. I still know I pushed myself as far as I could. If I did everything I could and walked away with 50 million, and to somebody like Jeff Bezos, who'd have been like, they're daily targets. I could do them in a heartbeat. It doesn't matter. That's you. This is me. I'm just doing what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get past my own hurdles and my own boundaries. Fuck the wins. Fuck the losses. Just beat yourself. Okay, guys? It means everything. It's the only thing that matters. If you can beat what's in here, if you can overcome that shit, because then you'll move, you'll grow. You'll start moving forward on your scale, on your level. Doesn't matter about, oh, he's better than me. Really doesn't matter. Oh, she wants to sleep with him and not me. Okay, but you tried. You went back to drawing board. You're back in the gym the next day. You're trying to move forward. You're trying to become better. That is the mentality of a future winner, not somebody who's been genetically blessed or handed something on a plate temporarily, short term. Okay, one of my favorite Gary V quotes, when he says, there's no point winning at halftime. There's a lot of guys trying to do that. They're trying to be the 23-year-old with the Rolex, and try and show off and go and get the car on finance and just fake it to the world, faking all these pictures and whatever. Look at us on holiday. We're balling out of control. We're living this crazy lifestyle. We're getting it this year. Who are you trying to impress, though? Who are you trying to impress? Because unless you're trying to beat yourself, it all means nothing, because you won't get actual results. Okay, so if I was wearing a cap, I would tip it to Harbs and to obviously the influence of Hamza, which I think millions of men agree with. But Harbs, fantastic, buddy. I love seeing that moment. It's Stickle Twist at its finest. So many of you guys can learn from that video. You can see what happened in that video. It's beautiful. Being a man is beautiful, okay? All we're doing is growing. It's lovely to be back, guys.